Hello, my name is Bob Willoughby, and I'm running for City Council District 5. I'm running for Council District 5 because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done in this city. It has been neglected in so many different areas. It is unreal what's going on in our city now. And the number of places it's neglected in is people doing their part in voting. I've got to ask you, if you don't think it's your place to vote, whose responsibility is it? Well, that's what, apparently nobody, because we're down to about 95% not voting in the last election. Now, this is critical. We have to get people back to voting. Fort Worth became a home rule city in 1927. That means that we, the people, control the people we put down at the office. When we elect council members and mayors to the office, we entrust them with a lot of power and money of our city. We can't just go and vote people in or let them get in and then not hold them accountable, experts, or do anything else. This is what's weird about our system, what people do. They'll vote for president, congressmen, senators, these are big votes. But it's hard to hold those people accountable. You can't go confront them. And plus, no one has more effect on us than our council and mayor does. And there, we can hold them accountable. We can go confront them at City Hall. This really kills me, I have to say this, but nevertheless, when a candidate or a politician will not answer questions, you've got to know there's something wrong. That should send flags up, but apparently it doesn't send flags up to people. But that's what I'm trying to get across. That should send flags up. And the time I grew up, and the era I grew up, this had never happened. A candidate didn't answer questions, we'd been all over that. Media, that they wouldn't last. It wouldn't happen. So this is our city, and that is the premise of the job of a council member or a mayor, is to answer questions. That is the premise of the job. And we've gotten away from it because we don't hold them accountable when they don't answer questions. Well, y'all may not hold them accountable, but I do. And I gotta tell you, it can be a little bit dangerous at times. Play the video, Carl.
She's just too young to be a mayor, I'll tell you. That's Maddie Parker right there.
Enough. Don't follow me out. You're done. I don't want you in my face.
No, ma'am.
I want you to be done.
No, ma'am. I'm not done. I'm not done, ma'am. I am not done. I'm a citizen, and I'm not done. This is a public building. You do not own it. You do not own it.
You don't have
You do not own it,
I'm
ma'am.
done.
You do not own it. This is a public building. See good footage.
Now see, when our elected officials do not answer legitimate questions, I don't just walk away, and that's what most of the people do here. They just let it go. I don't. Our media should be questioning these council members and our elected officials. We should be question them and that. And that's what I do. And I tell you, this is one of the best things you can do, is get you a camera and come on down to City Hall and join us in chasing a few council members around. It's one of the best things you can do. You'll be doing your civic duty. It's good exercise. And you can't buy the kind of fun I have chasing these people around. But the other part of the coin is, the surreal part, it's really not funny. It's pretty serious that these people run like they do and will not answer questions. And they do this, and they're going to keep doing it and doing what they're doing to us until we start taking responsibility of our city. Now, this goes to what I've learned over the years. This is a combination of reasons why people don't vote. We're not taught in school. The media doesn't tell us anything but how to dummy us down. I can't hardly watch our local media. It's god awful when it comes to exposing corruption here. But nevertheless, that's why we need you to get a camera and come on down and join us. Believe me, it's fun chasing these counties. It's open season right now. It is. I'll tell you, and also make sure you wear your sneakers, because they run pretty quick. They run quick this time. They do. Crane's one of the fastest running council members I ever seen. He's out of there. He runs quickly. Okay, so but come on down. You can catch some every once in a while, and if you need a reason to have them run from you, ask them. Ask Mayor Maddie Parker why did she give, or why did she support and giving Police Chief Fitzgerald $5.5 million of our tax money. That's your money, my money. Every time you buy something, that money goes down there. And these are the people we put in trust of this money, okay? That's why it's so important to get involved in the local, know what's going on here at home, what our news is not telling us. So as a council member, believe me, they'll probably shoot me in the next first week or so. They'll probably assassinate me because I'm not owned by anybody. I'm there because I live in this city, I grew up in this city, and believe me, this was not my plans in the later part of my life. What I had planned to do got kind of off track, and I sure can't do anything else right now because I'm living in a city that is run by people that are incompetent, dishonest. I mean, you can't trust these people down there. They lie and don't answer questions. And this is just fact, okay? So the best way is expose what's going on, try to get more people to vote, because that's what we're going to have to do. The only way that I can take that seat is if the people in District 5 will vote. We got over 40,000 people in District 5 that's not voting, period. And out of the ones that do vote, most of that is what we call the establishment, which what keeps the same people in office. Even when one steps down, another one steps in, by the establishment puts them back in. Because general public's not voting. That's about 90%, at least 90% of the city is not voting in local elections. And the media's not helping us. They're more or less a political tool to keep people in office like we got now. And it's really not good for the long term of our city to let it run by people like this. So the only way, like I said, I don't go after the establishment vote. I'm not going after the establishment vote. I can tell you who'll get that in my District 5 running for office right now. That'll be Deborah Peoples and Mary from the John T. White Neighborhood Association. These two will get the establishment's votes, and maybe some other might get a little bit of them. And I might get a little bit, but the majority of the established vote is probably going to go to Deborah Peoples, okay? And the people I'm trying to get votes from, the people that don't vote. So it's really hard, but I keep trying, and that's where I got to get it from, because to get to be part of the establishment, that means that you're going to turn a blind eye to corruption. Just like my counterpartners running here, I've never seen them at council meeting, bond meeting, budget meeting, not Deborah People or Mary at these meetings. I didn't see them down there speaking up against giving the police chief $5.5 million, paying him off, which is a video on my website. You can see the whole story there. I didn't see them down there protesting. I didn't see them down there defending free speech, which we're going to do a video on that. Mayor Parker, since she's been in, she took away free speech at city council meetings. This kind of stuff's very important to the fabric to our city, you know, to speak out about it and get it put back in place like it was. But as a council member, what I would do, what I'm making to do, is hold meetings all across the district. I'm not going to use community engagement to do the job that I'm elected to do. That's why community engagement was put in place by council members that didn't want to do this job. They want the best parts, but they don't want any other parts. Just the easy parts, the pat on the backs, the high roller parts, whatever. But as far as going out and listening to people and doing the real legwork, they don't want that part. So they put in community engagement. And Michelle Gook, the director of this community engagement, which is a non-secessional program. We don't have to have it like fire, police, you know. Those things are essential, but community engagement is not. She makes over $180,000 a year of our money. That's more than the Attorney General makes. Ken Paxton for the state of Texas does not make $180,000 a year. and he's the Attorney General for this. So we are being robbed of a lot of programs that need to be re-looked at, demolished, or redone. Okay, there is so much work in this city that needs to be done that no one's touching, and the people that are running my office, or my district, won't touch because they don't know. What we have are puppets downtown, and what we're going to be, the establishment will put in puppets to replace puppets. The only reason Mary and Gina and Deborah Peoples is jumping this race because the incumbent is stepping down, Gina Bibbins. When the incumbent steps down, everybody comes out of the woodwork and jumps in. I've been through enough elections. I've never seen anyone come back twice for the same seat. It means they had no compassion for the job to begin with. I've never seen any of these people that run over the years be at council meetings standing up for our rights, speaking out misuse of funds like CCPD funds. Another video's on my website you can learn about. I'm afraid Fort Worth is a cesspool of corruption, but it can be fixed easily, and it starts with you by voting. Our schools, our school board is just as bad. And that's coming up in 24 months now. We'll be electing new school board members. So after this election, no matter what, I'll be working at trying to get more people involved with our school board and get our kids taught, because we surely don't want them to be like we are now, not voting. This generation of people is more like just the me generation. If it doesn't affect them, they don't do anything. Well, use your brain. Understand that the overall picture is very important. And it has an effect on your world. You may not see it because you're not looking at the overall picture. But anyway, we need you to get people to vote. We need you to get out, get your neighbor to vote. We need people to vote in this election. Also, if you vote for me in this election, please send me an email with a V in the subject line. We're going to do an independent count on votes. The last election was totally questionable left and right, and I'm going to do a complete video on that and put it on the website in the near future here too, on our elections here. They're not trustworthy, I don't believe at all. They're not the least bit trustworthy. So I'm asking you to put a V in. Let's do an independent count to make sure your vote counts. Okay. So, now we plan on bringing you more videos. Also on the website, fwdistrict5.com. Put that picture up, Carl, will you? We're going to, any candidate running for mayor, we're going to give them a button and a page on this website. We're putting out leaflets. We're going to be promoting everybody that's running for mayor so that people know who's running for mayor and how to reach these people, and you can question them. And the only thing I can say, you can vote for, I don't believe in endorsing people. I believe in sharing information, and you make up your own mind, okay? And I want to say is that anybody, I'll criticize, but I won't endorse, anybody but Mattie Parker will be an improvement for this city. Anybody but Mattie Parker. And all the years I've been down and all the years the city's been running, there's never been anybody in that seat that act as childish, immature, and be just as crooked and two-faced liar that she is, has never held that seat. So, that's not what we need for a mayor. A person that lies, the problem with that is you can never tell when they're telling the truth. That's no good. We need transparency, and we need honesty, and we need a new mayor above all in this city. That's where it starts. Fixing all the problems in the city starts right there. We control who the mayor is and what the mayor does. The mayor controls the city manager. The city manager controls the employees. The good mayor will instruct a manager to oversee and allow the chief of police to penalize or hold bad police officers accountable for their actions. But right now, we don't have that chain of command. We have a bad mayor. We have to have a good mayor. So everything leads out from the mayor and us, and that's our main route into fixing this city to being a better city and how our money's being used. So the mayor is number one. So, and this mayor is not a mayor. She has no respect for the people of the city, no respect for our money, no respect for that office. So, if nothing else, get out and vote against this mayor. And one other thing. If you don't like voting for people, tell your neighbors and stuff that aren't registered to vote, don't vote. They're sick of politicians. Everybody lies. It's all the same, okay? There's another reason to get registered to vote. Propositions. Those aren't people. Those are propositions. This mayor asked for a triple pay and salary less than a year in office and wanted automatically raises to take away our right to vote on that. And almost got it. Within about 1,000 votes, a little over about 1,500 votes different. Almost got it. You need to get people registered to vote, to be armed no matter what. Whether you want to vote, don't vote, it's okay. But when something like that comes up on the ballot, we need everybody to come down armed and ready to vote against it. This shows her character from the very beginning that she was not in there for us. So, okay. Anyway, I'm Willoughby. I'm running for District 5. I'm not asking for your money. I'm asking for you to get out and get people to vote. We have got to get people to vote. We have got to break the establishment hold on the city. Neighborhood associations, most of those are establishment control, city control. That's what keeps the same hold on the city. We got over 900,000 people in the city not voting. We have 100,000 people in District 5. 90,000 of them, 90,000 is not voting in our district. Okay, they don't, so we've got to shake this tree, wake some people up, and get them in to help us vote. We can make our district a lot better, safer, more transparent, and get our fair share of the funds that come in this budget in the city to our side of the city. East side is the worst run. So, but anyway, I keep coming up with things. One more thing real quick. Action speaks louder than words. Okay. What I'm going to do is, because I feel strongly Deborah Peoples is going to get most of the establishment vote, okay? Well, she wants to be your council member, and you're going to vote her in there and put her in as a council member. She ought to answer questions. Would you agree with me on that? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If Deborah Peoples will give me a 15 or 20-minute interview, I'll donate $100 to the Deborah Peoples campaign funds. Now, think about that. That takes $100 from her competitor and puts $100 in hers. It's a no-brainer, unless you're unable to answer the questions. And if you're unable to answer questions, do you want to turn this power of the city over to them? Think about it. Really? I'll make it even better. If Deborah Peoples will do an interview with me, I'll give $100 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital too. We'll make it $200, okay? One to People's campaign funds and one to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, okay? Let's see if she'll take up the offer. Thank you.